Bestie, wake up. God No Crochet just posted new snails. Hi, hello, and welcome to another video on my channel. If you are here, it is very likely that you saw snail on your YouTube front page and you thought to yourself, yes, snails are great, let me click on some snails. In which case, I can tell you, you've come to the right place. Over the past year, I've been on a snail making journey and I've become somewhat of a snail lady, gastropod gal, invertebrate enthusiast. We have made so many snails on this channel, and today is no different. We are once again going to be taking an entire day out of my schedule and just dedicating it to making as many snails as I humanly possibly can within the span of 8 hours. Well, except Giftbert, because I already made Giftbert. And of course, since it's festive season, we are going to be making the newest set of snails, the Holiday Council bundle by Garden Hoe Crochet. Yay! And since, again, it is holiday season, we are going to be decorating my tree with them.
But Shai, I am a tree.
Yes, Giftbert, you are, but you're also a snail, right?
Yes.
And you'd like to hang out with your council pals, right?
Yes.
Then let's do it! Who's ready to celebrate SNAILMAS? SNISTMAS? The snaily days? Who's ready to celebrate SNAILMAS? Grab your crochet hook, put on some festive music, and let's go! So, I will as always be using my trusty 4.5mm hook, and we'll be diving into this brand new bag of yarn from Hobbii, because more colours were needed for this video. I do have a bit of chenille in my stash as well that we'll also use, so let's get those as well. And with those preparations done, let's start our 8-hour timer and start on our first snail. The first snail I will be making today is Peppermonty, the peppermint snail. I'm starting with this shell. I feel like this could be the snail and shell that would take me the longest, and I'm not very used to doing crochet colour work, so I chose to do this first so I know what kind of time I have left for the rest of my snails. Turns out, as long as I remember to swap the colours in the right place, crochet colour work is a lot of fun, and whoa, this is looking pepperminty. This was fun and took a lot less time than I thought, and we're already at where we need to stuff the peppermint. Also, did you know chenille makes a great cat bed? 9 out of 10 experts say yes. But anyway, let's make Peppermonty's body. I'll go with a light pink for Peppermonty's little snail body. I think a white one would be too much white, and besides, pink plus candy cane is super cute in my opinion. Snail body is a pattern I can probably crochet in my sleep at this point, so this went by really quickly, and now we've just got to sew them together. I know the pattern says to pin them together, but I like to live dangerously, so I'm just going for it. So far this method has worked, so I'll stick with it. Next, let's add his little face. I make French knots for the eyes and just a straight line for the mouth. and with a little bit of blush added, Peppermonty is all done. But you know what goes great with candy canes? Hot chocolate. Next up, we're making hot Chocolarry, the hot cocoa snail. Just like the pattern suggested, I am making the mug in my red yarn. This was a clever construction with a flat bottom and especially the mug handle. I mean, look, how cute is this? Bottoms up, besties. But we can't drink hot chocolate from an empty mug. We gotta make the cocoa as well. So now with my dark brown yarn, I'm starting on the cocoa. This is another super clever design feature. The marshmallows are worked directly in the pattern. Very cute, very marshmallowy looking, and now I want some marshmallows. According to you, how many marshmallows are the perfect amount? According to Larry here, it's 3. It's time to attach the cocoa and also fill the mug with stuffing. I did this with white yarn. This reminds me of an enamel mug now, which I think is really cute. I chose this light brown colour for Chocolary's snail body to go with the chocolate theme, but honestly it reminds me more of gingerbread than chocolate, but that is also very festive, so it's alright. Cedric came to inspect the quality of the snail and I think it's approved. Let's put Chocolarry together. Bam! And give him a face. Oh, so cute. On to the next snail. I'll keep working with the brown yarns, and this time we're making Cookian, the cookie snail. In this pattern we make chocolate chips or Smarties, M&Ms or whatever you want your cookie to contain in the same way we made the marshmallows for Chocolarry. Again, it's super clever and easy and it works so well. It's a bubble, it might need some poking to sit on the right side of the fabric, but once it's there, it looks great. And while the last style made me want marshmallows, this one has me wanting to drop everything I'm doing and go make some cookies. Maybe I actually will after this video. It's yarn, but it looks so appetizing. But sorry Cookian, I promise I won't eat your shell. Let's put you together as well. I do this the same way I've done the other two. Only difference is I accidentally gave him a too high forehead, but he looks super happy, so no biggie. And with some blushes added, Cookian is also done and finished. Next up, I am making Bob-ble, the ornament snail. His shell is a bauble. I love it. I'm making a red bauble for my Bob-ble, but I kinda want to make an entire set in different colours. Wouldn't that just be so cute to hang on your tree? I think this was the easiest and most relaxing one of this bundle. I loved making all of them so far, but for this one I could disconnect my brain for a little bit. I embroidered decor on the bauble similar to the snail in the pattern, and then it was time to also sew this friend together. I promise I made the snail bodies all in this video. I just feel like we don't need to see me make the same white snail 15 times within 30 minutes, sorry. But to be fair, I have been doing little variations in antenna length, but still. Bestie Bobble has a face finally, and with the final touch aka more blushies, he is also finished. He turned out so cute. But this means we have one more snail left to make. I decided on using this bright green yarn for my next snail. We will be making Giftbert, the present snail, and wrapping paper can be pretty gaudy, so I figured this was a good choice of yarn, right? Crocheting a box was interesting. I don't think I've ever made one before, but it really worked out well. The pattern suggests to use cardboard to help shape the top and bottom, so I am cutting out pieces to match the size of the box. And look at that, that is very satisfyingly square. I love this. After stuffing, I added the top piece of cardboard, closed up the hole, and that's one gift box done. But we gotta put a bow on the gift too, so let's make a long chain in this yellow. I just tied it in a tight bow around the box and then sewed the ends into the sides of the present. And then, time to make another snail body! And now let's sew him together. I tried to put the gift at a bit of an angle instead of straight on, but I don't know how well that worked. Anyway, cute. Let's give him eyes. Another happy snail all done. Alrighty you guys, we made so many snails. Why can't I hold all these snails? But yeah, that's the entire holiday snail bundle. But wait, I want to do something, but first we need to clean this mess. Let's put all of this chenille back where we found it, throw away some trash, and look, we have 3 more hours on this challenge. Perfect time for another Hobbii unboxing. I ordered some of the Honey Bunny Big yarn, and I knew it was going to be big, but I don't know if I was expecting this. Also safety eyes, big safety eyes, but these colours look familiar to you? Yep, that's right. With 3 hours left on the timer, we're gonna dive into making the jumbo Peppermonty that just released. Is this a bad idea? Maybe. Do we have enough time? Probably not, but will it be worth it? Absolutely yes. So let's get on with making the giant snail. For this chenille, I found that making a magic circle with regular acrylic and then working into that with the chenille was a lot easier than trying to make one with the chenille. This is a trick I learned recently and will happily pass on to anyone watching who didn't know it yet. Works like a charm. I highly recommend. And look at that, we have 2 little snail ears. Let's attach them to the top of his head. I also found this yarn to be a bit challenging to work with at first. It's the thickest yarn I've ever tried working with, but after a little while I found my rhythm with it and was able to speed up a little again. It's time to attach the eyes. I am so excited to do this. The face on the giant snail is absolutely priceless, so I can't wait to have him stare at me while I finish working on him. With the eyes in, we need to add a little mouth too. I did 3 passes with cotton acrylic yarn, but I think 1 big stitch with black chenille would have been better. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so this yarn is what we have to work with, but I'd say it turned out good. I love this little face. After doing the face, I continued on with the body. And honestly, this was a bit of an arm workout. Not only did I find I needed to use both hands more than usual for crocheting, but it's also so big that I kind of had to hold him up a lot while working. But honestly, if I can do weighted snail crochet and get toned arms, I'm taking that over lifting weights any day. Maybe I need to make one of these a day? No? But that's a snail body all done. Look at my son. Isn't he precious? My baby. I love him so much. But he wants his shell, so let's start on it. I'm glad I already did the small Peppermonty as a bit of a warm-up because I didn't need to do any thinking when it came to how to do colour work, and I actually found this to be quite relaxing. But we hit 8 hours. Normally I would say this is time's up, hooks down, but you know what? I'm gonna go into overtime on this one. I kept going on the shelf for about 2 more hours, and now it's time to stuff it full of fluff, which is exciting. I love a big plushie, and this is a big plushie. I stuffed it to be full but not bursting, if that makes sense. I think he'll be a pillow friend, so he needs to be squishy. After filling the peppermint, it was once again time to close up the work, and yeah, that's one big round peppermint. It's time to sew them together, and I am so excited. This is such a ridiculous project and I love it. I used a mattress stitch-ish to sew them together. This way I could sew loosely to see so that everything ended up where I wanted it before tightening up the stitches. You ready? Look at my son! He is perfect. Friends, we have snails. I did spend about 2 extra hours this time, but we have snails, and I couldn't be more happy. Let's look through which ones we have. We of course have Giftbert, but he was already finished before even starting the video, as I tested this pattern, so does it count? Not really, but he's here and he's part of the Christmas crew, so yeah, Giftbert. We have Hot Chocolarry, the hot chocolate snail. We have Cookian, the cookie snail. Peppermonty, the peppermint snail. Bob-ble, the ornament snail. And Giftbert, the present snail. And, of course, giant snail. We also have giant Peppermonty. I think 5 regular size snails and 1 giant snail is really good for 10 hours. I wish I could have finished this one within the 8 hours that I gave myself, but even if I'm a fairly quick crocheter, that is a lot of crocheting. But hey, we sort of did it. But you know what we didn't do yet that we were gonna do? We were gonna decorate the SNAILMAS tree. So let's get this up. Okay, so we did that finally, and OMG, didn't it just turn out so cute and festive? I kind of want to cram a few more like really tiny snails on there, so maybe I'll add one every now and then. Anyways, thank you so much for coming along for yet another snail adventure. I am so happy with what we made today. If you also want to try and make snails, which I think you should, I have linked Garden Hoe Crochet's pattern shop down in the description box of this video. There are lots of snails to choose from, big and small, so even if you're not feeling Christmassy, I bet there is a snail for you. I have a question though. Which one of the snails we made today was your favourite? I have to pick the giant Peppermonty. I think this might be one of my favourite things I ever made. It's just so big and so Peppermonty. But let me know yours, and if you're not feeling particularly chatty, you can leave your favourite festive emoji in a comment as well. Doesn't have to be winter festive, I know that's not everybody's jam, but I'm curious. Also, let's keep the tradition going and make a snail train under the pinned comment. This time it'll be a snail polar express, maybe? And while you are in the comments, I would super duper appreciate it if you could take one tiny little second to like the video if you liked it. It helps me out a ton, and Giant Peppermonty will give you a kiss as thanks. Also, if you are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. I'm so happy to have you join us here today. I hope you like snails, because we have a bunch of those here. But if you are new to my channel and you would like to keep up with what I post in the future here on the channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button and also ring the bell if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video. We make all kinds of fun stuff here on the channel, not just snails, I promise. We also have cozy vlogs and project videos and knit and crochet challenges and cozy live hangouts and more. And for the month of December, there will be extra vlogs because it is a vlogmas time. So if this sounds like something for you, please feel free to stick around and join the little cozy crafting club we have going here on the channel. And also, if you want to get extra cozy, you can now join the Extra Cozy Crafting Club, aka become a member on the channel and get access to extra content like bonus photos of the cats and behind the scenes shorts and cute cheddar emojis to use in chat and comments and more. This is the best way to support me and what I do and the channel and help me make the content you want me to make and you want to see. Plus you get fun perks, so win-win. But no pressure, never any pressure, I love you regardless. But if you should be so inclined, there should be a button to click next to the subscribe and like buttons, and as well as a link in the description. And in the description you can also find links to my socials and Ko-fi shop and, like I mentioned, Chloe's snail pattern shop, so you can get some snails if you want to make yourself a merry little SNAILMAS crew. But yeah, that is a lot of talking. Thank you again so very much for taking some time out of your day to hang out for some snail shenanigans. I will now go and hug my giant snail, and I will let you go and enjoy the rest of your day too. So you guys take care now, and I will see you again very, very soon in my next video. Bye!